Live from St. Louis and Illinois, it's Last Minute Betting with the Sports Nuts. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. Don't forget the OddsJam partner program down below, folks. Click that link, share with your friends. You get up to 20% of all the revenue generated from that link. We got a form down below. In the description, get a personal one-on-one tutorial on how to make $2,500 plus per month sports betting, and click the links below for all the best sports books in your state and all the bonuses. There's a lot of people missing out on this. We've got links to our Calendly down below. Click those links. You want to talk to Mike, or you want to talk to me, or you can email us at mike@oddsjam.com. Bob at oddsjam.com. We will talk to you about OddsJam and sports betting. Live chat is available, of course, as always. And we got all kinds of stuff happening tonight. I'm telling you right now, folks, it's going to be a heck of a night. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got playoffs. We got a lot of stuff happening. The only thing I can tell you is I hope you're ready for the ride tonight, because it's going to be a fun one. Mike, I just want to tell you right now, the morning coffee picks are 1-1, and you guys were dissing our pick last night, over 218.5. Well, you know what? It hit. Morning coffee was right. Y'all were wrong.
Yeah, you guys got it, and congratulations to you guys. I lost my lock of the night, but hey, it is what it is. Kang Lee is in the house. Hey, guys.
Hey. Kang. How you doing? You were just in the chat on the other show. You're hanging around, brother.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that away.
What's to come in?
I updated my bankroll. Okay, you read it, Bob.
I'm kind of scared of the bigger bets sizes today. Hey, no, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Make a decision. Go with it. You got to run with it. Use your sense, your sports sense, right, Mike?
Yeah, and also don't forget, if you're managing your bankroll right, and you've upped your bankroll a little bit, then it's no different than what you were doing. It's just you're betting more money on it, but essentially it's the same because you've upped your bankroll. So don't worry about it. We had Sweat the Bet before us. Don't sweat it. All right.
That's right. Just bet it.
If you're gonna sweat, don't do it now.
I think they ought to change. They ought to say, don't sweat it, just bet it.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at what's going on in the world of the sports today. We've got some baseball that we need to talk about very, very quickly here. Let me get to the MLB stuff.
You can update us on your vaunted Cardinals.
I will here in a second. Astros winning 11-3 over your Twins, who've lost 2 in a row there. Orioles coming into St. Louis and taking 2 out of 3. Cardinals couldn't hit today. They lose 3-2 after whipping up last night. The Astros are in the second game of a doubleheader, winning 4-0 in the 8th inning. Looks like the Twins are going to lose again. Reds are up over the Pirates 1-0 in the top of the second. Mets beat the Nationals 4-1. A's beat the Tigers 5-3. That's the update on MLB in the AT&T Byron Nelson Classic is what they used to call it. They just call it the Byron Nelson now. Sebastian Munoz -12. He is cooking today. At -12, Pereira, Malnati, and Lee are at -8, and Wilshire is at -7. That gets us up to date with what's going on right now in today's sports and what's happening. And so guess what we're going to talk about now? We're going to switch back up and talk NBA playoffs, because that's what's happening. It's what happened last night, what's happening tonight. I know that everybody is into this Miami-Philadelphia, what's going to happen. I know there was a play on positive EV earlier for Embiid over 0.5 threes. I took it. Probably a bad play. I don't know. But I just don't feel like Philadelphia is going away tonight. And I feel like Embiid's going to have a big game, Mike.
I do too. I mean, you've seen how this series has gone so far, straight up 5-0, right, at home for home teams. So I don't expect that to not continue tonight. I think that Philadelphia will get the home cooking. They have really done well in these games in Philadelphia. And I believe 100% that trend will continue because, look, it's the playoffs, man. This stuff happens. You know, you're going to have teams defend their home court. And right now, when you look at these two games tonight, that's exactly what we have going on in these games. So, yes, I love Philadelphia to come through with the win tonight. I expect Embiid to have a big game because essentially it's an elimination game. And if you're the Sixers, you got to just go balls to the wall here and find a way to win. You've got to pull it all out of the bag, right? So,
agreed. All right, Jordan says, let's go. What's up, Jordan? Good to see you, bro. Kang, what'd you say here? Kang, I just got a feeling that Harden's going to kill everyone, even though he hasn't been good at all. He hadn't been very good. And Adam, howdy, Mike and Bob. Fingers crossed that the internet gods are kind to Bob tonight, and the hockey gods are kind to my Leafs. Yeah, good luck there.
Yeah.
Looking sharp, lads. And Christian Estrada.
Likewise.
I took that FanDuel boost too, Embiid and Butler to combine for 50-plus points, plus 120. What do you think of that one, Mike?
I like that a lot. Yes, I do. I mean, I still expect Jimmy Butler to score a lot of points. And look, Embiid's got to be the best player out there tonight, in my opinion. Yeah, Harden's got to step up, obviously. But I do think that Philadelphia can get by without Harden having a big scoring game because you've got to feed Tyrese Maxey and you got to feed Tobias Harris and those boys, because Philadelphia's got a lot of guys that can eat and need to. And I think that Philadelphia needs to get everyone involved as much possible and make Miami have to defend everybody, you know. But Embiid will have a huge game. There's no two ways about it. I expect him to bounce back and be big, literally.
All right. So let's
he's a big guy anyway, right?
Right.
Play like your size shows, right?
Right. That's right. I wanted to go to that game first because it's actually getting ready to start, but I want last night's games very quickly. Milwaukee. All you guys are on Boston, and that's our OddsJam TV boys. Guys, let's figure out. Even my dog is
mine
right
too.
now.
Yours got mine going. You hear how that works?
Yeah. She's saying, "What are you talking about? That Boston's going to whip up on Milwaukee? This is the defending champs, and they're not going away quietly. And y'all were all over them last night, and y'all were wrong, completely wrong. And I got a future on Milwaukee, and I think they're going to win this series."
Well, look, Milwaukee did exactly what has kind of happened to them in this series. They found a way to win a game and not blow it. That's what has been the story for Milwaukee in this series. We remember the fourth quarter that Boston had last game. Milwaukee came back and had a dominant fourth quarter of their own. And look, Giannis was not having a great shooting night last night. I mean, he was not shooting the ball well. However, Milwaukee was big on the rebounds, and they were on the brink of elimination possibly. So, I mean,
I got guys wanting to jump in. Joey Rappaport.
If they lose that game, Milwaukee, they felt like I think they felt like that could have done them in for this series. And you got to give Drew Holiday a lot of credit, Bob.
Okay,
you talk about
I just want to say I told you so.
You didn't even know what I was going to say. Drew Holiday was big time defensively. Did you watch the game? So there you go.
Listen, I got guys wanting to jump in here because Jordan Thackeray wants after you now, Mike. My favorite time of the night, boys. Let's go. Jordan says, "How about that over last night, Bob?" Told you, Mike. Yeah, let it go.
Yep, you were right. You were right. Good calls
also,
on those.
Rangers game over tomorrow again. I'm going to do it again. That's the only thing that's been winning that series for me.
Yeah. Look, I think that last night, when you look at that Memphis Golden State matchup, guys, I mean, Memphis was superb defensively. I thought they put up 134 points. I did not expect them to score that much. I expected them to muddy this game up, and they kept Golden State, pretty quiet offensively, all things considered. I said also, you remember, Memphis looks like a better defensive team without Ja Morant in the lineup. So with all those things, I really thought the under would hit, but Memphis was just cooking last night on all levels. Offensively was dominant, defensively dominant. That was a huge win for them. No two ways about it.
Did you hear what the record is without Morant? 21-3.
Yeah.
Including the playoffs.
And again, that's not to say Morant's not a huge part of that team and they're a better team. They just obviously they play different with Morant in the lineup. And I think that what this shows me is that Memphis has got a lot of guys that can play. No way you can discredit what they're doing without Ja Morant, especially in an elimination game with your season on the line. It's one thing to do it in the regular season. It's another thing to do it in the playoffs. And it's another thing to do it when your backs are against the wall and they could have just packed up and said, it ain't our year.
All right. NHL playoffs we're going to get to here in just a second. Oh, hold on. 21-5, he said. Previous show, somebody put 21-3. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, it was 20-5 before. He's right. Yeah.
It's our men from Quebec. I just talked to him earlier today. Good to see you, man.
Nice. Need to get some hockey back there.
Starting to get nervous on my NBA future from preseason Warriors plus 1,200.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think I would get too nervous yet. I still think that the Golden State is in control of this series, and now we're going to have to see how Memphis is able to handle this thing now. Going back to Golden State on the brink of elimination without Ja Morant. So I wouldn't be worried yet. And even if this thing did for some reason go 7 games, I don't think I'm worried. I still think that Golden State should close this series out in game 6, truthfully.
All right, Armin, I'm howdy, fellas, he says. Yeah, all right, cool.
Hey, let's get the Nordiques back, man. One of the coolest jerseys that the NHL ever had, man. Loved those jerseys.
I'm waiting for Armin's a big NBA guy. I'm waiting for an answer. I'll get back to you very soon, promise. All right, let's get to the NHL playoffs. Let's talk about last night, and then we're going to get to tonight. Because, baby, I'm excited. I'm so excited about tonight. I can't hardly contain myself. Rangers come back and win that game 5-3 over Pittsburgh. Once again, Jordan and I take the over again. Over seems to be hitting in that series. Pretty amazing. Crosby got an upper body injury.
Yeah.
Could bode well for the Rangers coming back in this series. Mike down 3-1 and now down 3-2.
Yeah, I think this thing has 7 written all over it now. And truth be told, when we looked at this series, that's what I expected to happen. I expected this thing to be a 7-game series. Pittsburgh's a better team than what we give them credit for coming into this thing. And, the Rangers still have an opportunity to survive this series, although it has not really gone their way so far. It looked as if Pittsburgh was going to pretty well eliminate them, I thought, last night, but that didn't happen. And now I feel like the Rangers can get back in this thing, force a game 7, get to a game 7, anything can happen.
All right, here we go. I got to run through this quick. I had plus 1.5 on Washington, plus 1.5 on Dallas last night. It was looking good, but then Washington blew a 3-0 lead and lost to Florida 5-3. Yeah. I think the Capitals are now done. Calgary comes back and wins last night. They're now up 3-2 on Dallas. Got to keep betting the unders in that Calgary-Dallas series for sure. Here, let's get to tonight's games. We've got Carolina at Boston. I've got Boston in this game, Mike, coming back to even up the series. Toronto's at Tampa Bay. God, Adam, I hate to say this, but I'm on Tampa Bay tonight because I think Pat Maroon's going to punch your guys in the mouth. And then we got Minnesota against my Blues. I expect the Blues to win tonight. These are my hockey picks tonight. And Edmonton at the Kings. I expect Edmonton to win and for that to go to a 7th game. Your thoughts on those, Mike?
I think we got to go with Boston just for the fact we've seen how this series has gone. Home teams are winning these games. I don't think that will not continue. I expect Boston to win and that thing to go 7 games. You're talking about Toronto and Tampa Bay. I'll tell you what, I'm really worried because I think Toronto, as I told you, you can't discredit that if they find a way to get through this Tampa Bay team, all the past history and all the things that happened, with them choking in the past, don't go completely away, but they certainly have to be quieted down a little bit because you just knocked off the 2-time Stanley Cup champs. So if that happens, you got to love Toronto. And honestly, I do think I like Toronto to ultimately win this series. I think Tampa Bay can win tonight, force a game 7. I like Toronto to wrap it up in their home building, though.
How about Blues Wild?
I love the Blues to wrap it up tonight. I think that when you look at the way this series has been, Bob, Minnesota is relying on one guy to carry them through this series, and that's Kaprizov. And that's not going to happen because the Blues know what they can do to limit him enough. They're going to continue to play him hard. They're going to continue to not give him a lot of space, and they're going to continue to, in my opinion, they've been absolutely just almost to perfection with their sticks, man. They are just getting their sticks in lanes, getting their stick on pucks to break up plays. I mean, they're just grinding. They're back to that style. They're getting back home. I just don't think I've seen anything that tells me Minnesota is going to be able to hang with them, and I think the Blues get it done.
Let me follow up here in just a second. Here we go. Joey Rappaport, Brunson under 19.5 points, Mike.
I could see that hitting, but I think you have to have Brunson have a big game for Dallas to win this game. So a little worried there because these home teams have been pretty well taking care of business. But you know what? I could see that hitting. I don't think that's a bad play.
Okay, we'll talk about that game here in just a second. Jordan, my place for tonight, Lightning money line over 6.5, Blues Wild under 6.5, Kings money line on under 6.5. I disagree, Jordan. Bruins Hurricanes over 6. Daryl wanted to know over or the Bruins over. Yes. So let me get to the Wild and Blues game for my thoughts very, very quickly. Craig Berube is at home. They got the last line change. Nick Leddy is playing on Kaprizov. And, he's going to get that. He's going to match him up because Leddy has the feet to move with Kaprizov, not to skate with him, to keep him close enough to get that stick in the way. That's what's going to happen tonight. Finally, with the Kings in Edmonton, Edmonton's in desperation mode. And if McDavid and Draisaitl play like this is the last game that they'll ever play in their lives, they're going to win. The key is Jonathan Quick. Jonathan Quick is a Stanley Cup champion, and you can't ever doubt that guy in goal. Stanley Cup champions, him and Bennington both. Hey, come on, dude.
I like the Kings, Bob. I like the Kings as well. Edmonton has ruined they should be sitting pretty right now. They're not. The Kings are destined to win this series. Edmonton, all the talk about Toronto, look at Edmonton. They can't get over the hump either, and they've got a lot of talent there as well. If they lose to this LA Kings team, shame on them. I think they will. Brunson 21 plus, Jordan. Truthfully, if you like Dallas to win, you would have to assume that would hit. If not, then I think Dallas would be packing up tonight.
In response to that question, Jordan, yes, he has played. He is one of the top 6 defensemen, and right now he's playing with Justin Falk, which is where he was playing when Torrey Krug was out originally. And guess what? Torrey Krug's out again, so there you go. Edmonton can't do anything. Kings win the series, then get swept next round. All right, look, I want to get to Mike's positive EV plays. Armin, I hope you're still out here, because this is one of the things that I promised you for tuning into the show. I want you to see Mike's plays. And Mike, I want you to show them how you approach the positive EV page. Here we go. Positive EV bet tracker. Here you go.
All right, Bob. So first of all, I'm going to give these plays that I got. I took Danny Green under 7.5 points tonight at plus 100 on Caesars. I just think that this is a game that is suited for, Embiid and Maxey and Harris to eat and feast. So I think Green will maybe get, a 3 to 4 points. I don't expect him to have a huge game. He doesn't even average that 7.5 on the year. So I like that play. I like Devin Booker over 2.5 made threes plus 110 on DraftKings. I actually took James Harden under 20.5 points on DraftKings, 4 plus 105. Looking like we're getting good value on that play. And then I took Tobias Harris over 24.5 PRA on BetMGM. So I'm going to go to the positive EV page right now, and I'm going to see if there's anything that stands out that I like or that we may like. So we're going to scroll through here and see here. There's a Jalen Brunson under 2.5 assists. I'm not going to look at that one. Player made threes for Luka. I'm not looking at that one. I'm seeing too many sports books on some of these plays, so I know there's not huge discrepancies. So that's what I kind of want to find. So, hey, here's the Jalen Brunson under 19.5 that one of our listeners gave us. Let's click on this play and see what kind of value we got on it. So we go here and we'll take a look at what Jalen Brunson is looking like. So under 19.5 points.
That was Joey.
Oh, was it Joey that gave us that? Yeah, okay. Minus 132 OddsJam perfect line. So there's not a lot of discrepancy on this play. I'm a little worried about this play now when I look at that because the under 19.5, the best play is on Caesars at minus 105, but minus 106 on BetRivers, minus 110 on DraftKings and FanDuel and PointsBet, and then minus 106 there on Barstool, BetMGM minus 1. You see all the different sports books that are on here. Not a huge discrepancy on that play. So, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of value on that over 19.5 either. So I got to be honest, this is a play I wouldn't touch.
Okay.
Just because of there's not enough discrepancy for me to like this play. You got DeAndre Ayton over 17.5 points. Got a couple of places we can get that minus 105. Maybe not one that I look at a whole lot. Let's continue to scroll down. Chris Paul under 29.5 PRA. Let's click on it. Let's see what we got popping off on it. I would say so it looks like under 29.5. The play is on Caesars plus 120. DraftKings will give us plus 110. BetMGM will give us minus 105. Let's go over here. Perfect line is plus 102, plus 105 on PointsBet. This may be a play that I like.
Okay.
I expect Chris Paul to, have a good game, but I could see that under 29.5 PRA hitting. And I know there's not huge discrepancy here, but I think there's enough to say that, maybe I would like that play.
All right. Let's throw these chat things up here. We've got, actually got Harris over 23.5 PRA minus 119. Is it any good? That came from Kang Lee. What do you think?
Over 23.5 PRA. Yeah, like it.
Okay. Stephen Batts said, no, this is a bad idea. He disagrees with it. Jordan, he's shooting
was it
too
Max?
much.
Hold on. Who said what? 23 was it Harris that he was talking about or Maxey?
No, Harris.
Tobias Harris. Look, I took him on over 24.5. I think that hits if he gets. I say if Tobias Harris can get about 8-9 rebounds, I think that's got a real good shot at hitting the PRA.
Jordan's going to disagree with you on Brunson. He's shooting too much. This will be an over. Daryl Turner, Kings under. If Edmonton wins this game, it's going over.
Yeah, but that's one I'm leaning that. I don't know if I want to touch that Kings under.
And Steven says CP3 fading is only taking advantage of those who are over betting minus. Go for it. All right. So there you go. All right. Let's talk about the last game here. We already talked. Yeah. We've already talked about the first game. Let's talk about this last game, Mike, tonight, which, this is you guys that are on Dallas. You're the same guys that are on Dallas that are on Boston. Convince me how Dallas is going to win this series, because it ain't happening in my book.
Bob, I mean, the home teams have won every game. So where are you getting this? Why are you comparing Boston and Milwaukee to this? Because there's nothing that's in common with these two series. I mean, both of these teams in in Phoenix and Dallas have defended home court every game. So I expect that to continue.
The thing that it has in common is you guys that are on Boston have been on Dallas. And I've said from the beginning that Milwaukee was winning their series against Boston and that Phoenix was winning against Dallas. I'm telling you, convince me that Dallas is winning this series.
They've already won 2 games at home. Dallas is a very good home team. They have been all year. They're a much different team at home. They established something in the first half on the road against Phoenix. That's something to build on for a potential Game 7 if you're back in that building. I expect them to play their game. And, when you look at these games that have happened in Dallas, Jalen Brunson has honestly been one of the keys. You take a look at his numbers in Dallas compared to what he's done in Phoenix. It's night and day, and I think I'm agreeing with Jordan. It's probably a night for his overs.
Okay, all right. He's under. Jordan's under on. He's with Darryl on the under. Let's go Kings.
Yeah,
and I'm with my guy. Oh, look at this. Luka goes nuclear, 55 plus PRA, Mavs money line. You're nuts. No. You're nuts, Jordan.
How is he nuts? How's he nuts?
Because Mavs aren't winning on the money line. They're not winning this game.
It's evidenced by and these last 2 games in Dallas, you said the same thing. So you're just shouting it to shout it at this point.
I never said that it was over. I'm saying right now, get my gavel. It's over. It's over.
Okay.
Phoenix wins tonight. I really totally believe that. I don't think that Dallas has enough, and I think Booker is going to be better than what some people think. I know the books are looking under. I think he hits over tonight. Over 27.5 instead of the under.
Okay.
Agree or not?
I think the under will probably hit, and I think that Dallas will win this game.
Okay.
How he's done it. I mean,
hey, Jordan, I want you to know that the morning show, that the consensus pick was Edmonton on the money line tonight. So that's the morning show pick, bro. Sorry. All right. That does it for last
part of that one.
That does it for last minute betting. Let's go.
You're putting bets in his mouth, Bob.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. You got a lot to do, and so do I.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Ready to say, where you going, buddy?
I'm wanting to get to these games, man. What's your lock?
I'm tempted, just because you've been yakking and yakking. I'm tempted to switch what I thought my lock was going to be to something else, just because you're all on the Phoenix Suns. So let's do it. Let's do it right now. Let's switch up what my lock was going to be. I was going to take the Sixers -2, but since you keep popping off at the mouth and bumping your gums, I'm going to take the Mavs on the money line.
Now, right. That's a loser. My lock of the night.
Hey. 32-20 on the locks. So don't come at me.
I'm coming at you.
Don't come at me with that's a loser, all right? Last slide was, yes.
I got a lot more bets than just locks going on, boy. All right, here we go. My bet of the night. There you go, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the St. Louis Blues on the money line. They beat the Wild. It's over, baby. Shitzy scores. Let's go, Blues. Let's go, Blues.
Typical. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Hey, can we? What was the line on Bob's internet going out today? Jordan, somebody let me know what you guys if you guys bet on that. They need to have prop bets on Bob's internet, man. Tonight we would have lost. His internet held up, guys.
Go with your instinct. He changed up, man.
Jordan knows.
No, They don't have a "Let's go, Mike" chant. Are you
No,
kidding?
he's saying let's go, Mike, because I'm dead on about your internet, bro. We need to start betting. We need to start betting in the group chat if your internet's going to hold up or not.
You know what? I can mute your mic in a hurry. You want to see internet go bye-bye? All right. Bob's internet is fine. Now, thank you, Steven. I got some. Jordan, come on, dude. You got to be with me here. Jordan, Bob's locking the night. Cardinals lose to the Orioles. That's it. I'm done. Get out of here.
Yes.
Get out of here.
I love it.
Oh, we got one question. How important is market width for your positive EV bets, Mike? That's from MLPM.
For player prop bets, not as important, I don't think, but for, point totals and run lines, puck lines, point spreads, things like that, I pay attention to it a lot in those. For player props, not as concerned with the market width, although I would like it to be within that, 40 cents or below range. But if I have a hunch with the play and I found good discrepancies in a lot of the sports books and I'm getting premier odds, I roll with it if I like it. So,
all right. Hot beverages in the morning. Yes.
Yes,
see
sir.
You at coffee, guys. See you at coffee. You ain't going to be there. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow.
I may show up. I may show up tomorrow morning.
You know what?
I may be in chat tomorrow.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to triple dog dare you
to
show up tomorrow.
I'll be there in the morning. I'll see you
know
in
what?
chat.
I got $25 that says you won't be here in the morning.
Well, we're not supposed to be betting money, Bob. We could probably get in trouble for doing it.
All right. I'll bet you 25 Cheez-Its. No?
I like Cheez-Its, but I'll just show up in the chat and prove you wrong.
I'll see you in the morning. We'll see if that happens.
I'll see you there.
Folks, I'm telling
you. You can take that to the bank.
Bet against it. He won't be here. All right. See you, folks.